Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like. As for our returning viewers, welcome back. Navadius Damoon Cash, born Navadius Damoon Wilburn, born November 20, 1983, better known by the stage name Future, is an American rapper. Known for his mumble-styled vocals and prolific output, Future is considered a pioneer of the use of melody and auto-tune in modern trap music. Due to the sustained contemporary popularity of his musical style, he is commonly regarded as one of the most influential rappers of his generation. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, Future signed a recording contract with A1 Recordings and Epic Records in 2011, and released the albums Pluto in 2012 and Honest in 2014, which contained the platinum singles Turn on the Lights, Honest, Move That Dope, featuring Pharrell Williams and Pusha T, and I Won, featuring Kanye West. He then achieved critical and commercial success with DS2 in 2015 and its singles Fuck Up Some Commas and Where Ya At, featuring Drake, and followed it up with Evil in 2016 and its lead single Low Life, featuring The Weeknd. Future's eponymous fifth album and its successor Hendrix both in 2017 made him the first artist in history to debut 2 albums in consecutive weeks atop the US Billboard 200, the former contained the international hits Used to This, featuring Drake, and Mask Off. After departing A1, Future released the albums The Wizard in 2019 and High Off Life in 2020, which featured the RIAA certified diamond single Life is Good, featuring Drake. In 2021, Future achieved his first #1 single on the Hot 100 after a record-breaking 125 entries after featuring with Young Thug on Drake's Way Too Sexy. The album I Never Liked You released in 2022 spawned his second #1 hit, Wait For You, featuring Drake and Tems, which also became his highest charting single as a lead artist. The song won a Grammy Award for Best Melodic Rap Performance, while its parent album received a nomination for Best Rap Album. Future released the mixtapes Beast Mode with Zaytoven, 56 Nights, and What a Time to Be Alive with Drake in 2015, the latter included the song Jumpman. He released the full-length collaborative projects Super Slimy in 2017 with Young Thug, World on Drugs in 2018 with Juice WRLD, and Pluto X Baby Pluto in 2020 with Lil Uzi Vert. Among the best-selling musicians, Future's accolades include 2 Grammy Awards. Future signed a major label recording contract with Epic Records in September 2011, days before the release of his next mixtape, Streets Calling. The mixtape was described by XXL's magazine as ranging from simple and soundly executed boasts to futuristic drinking and drugging gems to tales of the grind. A Pitchfork review remarked that on the mixtape Future comes as close as anyone to perfecting this thread of ringtone pop, where singing and rapping are practically the same thing, and conversing 100% through autotune doesn't mean you still can't talk about how you used to sell drugs. It would almost feel antiquated if Future weren't amassing hits, or if he weren't bringing some subtle new dimensions to the micro-genre. Though Future had told MTV that Streets Calling would be his final mixtape prior to the release of his debut studio album, another mixtape, Astronaut Status, was released in January 2012. In December 2011, Future was featured on the cover of issue number 77 of The Fader, before his album being released in April 2012. XXL's Troy Matthews wrote, "While Astronaut Status is up and down and never really hits the highs like Cracks, Tony Montana, and Magic that fans have come to expect from Future, it's apparent that he's poised to continue the buzz of 2011 humming right along into 2012. Future was selected to the annual XXL's freshman list in early 2012. His debut album Pluto, originally planned for January, was eventually released on April 17. It includes remixes of Tony Montana featuring Drake and Magic featuring T.I. According to Future, Magic was the first record T.I. jumped on when he came out of jail. Like, he was out of jail a day and he jumped straight on the Magic record without me even knowing about it. The track became Future's first single to enter the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Other collaborators on the album include Trey the Truth, R. Kelly and Snoop Dogg. On October 8, 2012, Pusha T released Pain featuring Future, the first single off My Name Is My Name, which would be released in 2013. It was announced that Future would be repackaging his debut album Pluto on November 27, 2012, under the name Pluto 3D, featuring 3 new songs and 2 remixed songs, including the remix for Same Damn Time featuring Diddy and Ludacris, as well as his single Nova and remix featuring Kelly Rowland. In 2012, Future wrote, produced and was featured on Love Song, taken from Barbadian singer Rihanna's 7th studio album, Unapologetic. On January 15, 2013, Future released the compilation mixtape FBG, the movie, which features the artists signed to his free Benz label, Young Scooter, Slice 9, Casino, Mexico Run, and Maceo. It was certified platinum for having over 250,000 downloads on popular mixtape site .pif. Future said of his second studio album Future Hendrix, it will be a more substantive musical affair than his debut album and features R&B music along with his usual street bangers. The album was to be released in 2013. The album features Kanye West, Rihanna, Ciara, Drake, Kelly Rowland, Jeremiah, Diplo, and Andre 3000, among others. The album's lead single, Karate Chop featuring Casino, premiered on January 25, 2013, and was sent to Urban Radio on January 29, 2013. The song, produced by fellow Atlanta-based producer Metro Boomin, spawned an official remix featuring Lil Wayne, was sent radio and was released on iTunes on February 19, 2013. On August 7, 2013, Future changed the title of his second album from Future Hendrix to Honest and announced that it would be released on November 26, 2013. It was later revealed that the album would be pushed back to April 22, 2014, as it was said that Future has tour dates with Drake on Would You Like It tour? In December 2013, it was announced that Future would make a guest appearance on Cat Dahlia's upcoming debut, My Garden. Future released DS2 on July 16, 2015. On September 20, 2015, Future released a collaborative mixtape with Canadian rapper Drake, titled What a Time to Be Alive. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, Billboard R&B charts, and Billboard Hot Rap Songs, marking the first time a rapper was able to score 2 number 1 albums in a year, in 11 years, since Jay-Z back in 2004. The mixtape has sold over 334,000 copies in the US on January 17, 2016. Future released another mixtape, titled Purple Rain, with executive production from Metro Boomin and DJ Esco, as well as beat credits from Southside, Zaytoven and more. On February 5, 2016, Future premiered his 4th studio album, Evol, on DJ Khaled's debut episode of the Beats One radio show We the Best. In 2016, Future became the fastest artist to chart 3 number 1 albums on the Billboard 200 since Glee soundtrack albums in 2010. On June 29, 2016, he appeared in an issue of Rolling Stone. On Valentine's Day 2017, Future announced via Instagram that his self-titled 5th studio album would be released on February 17, 2017. Exactly 1 week later, he would release his 6th studio album titled Hendrix. Both albums went number 1 consecutively, which made Future the first artist to debut 2 albums at number 1 at the same time on the Billboard 200 and Canadian Albums chart. On October 20, 2017, he alongside Young Thug would drop their collaboration mixtape called Super Slimy. He, along with Ed Sheeran, collaborated with singer-songwriter Taylor Swift on the song Endgame from her album Reputation. The song peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was Future's 8th top 20 hit. On January 11, 2018, Future collaborated alongside Kendrick Lamar, James Blake and J-Rock for the song, King's Dead, from the soundtrack album of the Marvel Studios superhero film Black Panther and J-Rock's 3rd studio album Redemption. At the 61st Annual Grammy Awards, the song earned 2 Grammy nominations, for Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song, marking Future's first career Grammy nominations. Future curated the soundtrack for the movie Superfly, which was released in June 2018. On October 19, 2018, Future released World on Drugs, a collaborative mixtape with fellow American rapper Juice WRLD. World on Drugs debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200 behind A Star Is Born by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, with 98,000 album equivalent units, which included 8,000 pure album sales. It became Future's 10th top 10 album in the United States, and Juice WRLD's second. On January 18, 2019, Future released his 7th studio album, Future Hendrix Presents: The Wizard. The album consists of 20 songs and was promoted by a film titled The Wizard, released on January 11 on Apple Music. The Wizard received generally positive reviews from critics and became Future's 6th US #1 album, debuting at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 with 125,000 album equivalent units including 15,000 pure album sales. With the release of The Wizard, several songs from the album charted on the Billboard Hot 100, leading to Future becoming the artist with the 10th most entries in Hot 100 history. At the 61st Annual Grammy Awards held on February 10, 2019, Future won his first Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance for his collaboration alongside G-Rock, Kendrick Lamar and James Blake for the song, King's Dead, from the soundtrack album of the Marvel Studios' superhero film Black Panther. On June 7, 2019, Future released his second project of the year, his debut solo EP titled Save Me. Save Me received mixed reviews from music critics and debuted at number 5 on the US Billboard 200. In January 2020, Future released the songs Life Is Good and Desires, both collaborations with Drake. In April, Future announced his 8th studio album, Life Is Good. The title was later changed to High Off Life and was released on May 15, 2020. The album debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 chart, with 153,000 units in its first week, becoming Future's 7th consecutive album to debut at number 1. In August 2020, Future teased a song, Gucci Bucket Hat. It was released as a single with Pap Chanel, featuring Harry and Young, on October 20, 2020. On November 13, 2020, Future released Pluto x Baby Pluto, a collaborative studio album with Lil Uzi Vert, which was his second project of that year. It debuted and peaked at number 2 on the US Billboard 200. Future broke the record for most Billboard Hot 100 entries, having 125 until a number 1 single after featuring on Drake's 2021 single Way Too Sexy. In April 2022, Future was named one of the best rappers alive by GQ. On April 29, 2022, Future released his 9th studio album I Never Liked You, after it was previously announced earlier that month. Navadius Damoon Wilburn was born on November 20, 1983, in Atlanta, Georgia. He attended Columbia High School in Decatur. Future began using his stage name while performing as one of the members of the musical collective The Dungeon Family, where he was nicknamed The Future. His first cousin, record producer, and Dungeon Family member Rico Wade, encouraged him to sharpen his writing skills and pursue a career as a rapper, which could also be used to create temporary respite from street life. Future voices his praise of Wade's musical influence and instruction, calling him the mastermind behind his sound. He soon came under the wing of fellow Atlanta rapper Rocco, who signed Future to his label, A1 Recordings. From 2010 to early 2011, Future released a series of mixtapes including 1000, Dirty Sprite and True Story. The latter included the single Tony Montana, in reference to the Scarface film. During that time, Future was also partnering with rapper Gucci Mane on their collaborative album Free Bricks, and co-wrote and featured on YC's single Racks. He gained popularity after his songs were played by DJ Esco at Magic City, a strip club in Atlanta deemed largely responsible for launching the careers of artists. Future's music has been characterized as trap music. Future makes prevalent use of auto-tune in his songs, both rapping and singing with the effect. In 2013, Pitchfork wrote that Future miraculously shows that it's still possible for auto-tune to be an interesting artistic tool, stating that he finds a multitude of ways for the software to accentuate and color emotion. The LA Times wrote in 2016 that Future's highly processed vocals suggest a man driven to blurry desperation by drugs or love or technology, stating that his music comes closest to conjuring the numbing overstimulation of our time. GQ stated in 2014 that he has managed to reboot the tired auto-tune sound and mash it into something entirely new, writing that he combines it with a bizarro croon to synthesize how he feels, then stretches and deteriorates his words until they're less like words, more like raw energy and reactive emotions. Critic Simon Reynolds wrote in 2018 that he's reinvented blues for the 21st century. American rapper T-Pain, who also uses that audio processor, criticized Future's unconventional use of it in 2014. In response, Future stated in an interview that when I first used auto-tune, I never used it to sing. I wasn't using it the way T-Pain was. I used it to rap because it makes my voice sound grittier. Now everybody wants to rap in auto-tune. Future's not everybody. Due to the sustained contemporary popularity of his musical style, he is commonly regarded as one of the most influential rappers of his generation. Future is the father of at least 7 children by his account, each with different women, although another child's paternity has been litigated. He has also adopted the son of one of the mothers of his daughter. In October 2013, Future was engaged to Ciara, who is the mother of one of his sons, but she ended the engagement in August 2014 due to his infidelity. In 2016, Future was sued by both Jessica Smith and Ciara. Smith sued him for failing to pay child support, stating their son suffers from emotional and behavioral issues stemming from Future's neglect as a father. Ciara sued him for defamation, slander, and libel. In October 2016, a judge said that Future's string of tweets bashing Ciara did not relate to the $15 million she was asking for. In 2019, 2 women from Florida and Texas respectively filed paternity suits claiming that Future was the father of their respective daughter and son. In 2020, the Texas woman dropped her paternity suit. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do so and also like the video and leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching.